Hello again, everyone. I'm Tyrrell. Kids are under more pressure than ever from bullies and now cyberbullies. Tonight on Talk with Tyrrell, we have special guests in the studio who are trying to help them. Peter Yarrow of the legendary folk group Peter, Paul, and Mary, here to tell us about a project that he is passionate about, one that teaches children about respect and compassion. And you know, it has to involve music. He's got his guitar. Also here in the studio, Paul Daniel Cloeter. He's co-writer and musical director of the play Weaker People, A Dangerous Notion. And thank you both for coming in. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
And we are sitting intimately together because if you've ever seen Peter, Paul, and Mary before, you know it's always very close together around one microphone. So we're all very close. Thank you for being here. It really is such an important topic these days. But you've been an activist for so long, for so many very special issues. Why bullying?
Well, it started out 13 years ago, even before the tragedy at Columbine High School. Because I saw that what was happening then was crucial. Now it's pandemic. But the mean-spiritedness, not just amongst kids, but amongst adults in our society, you see it on reality shows, you see it in Congress. You
see it in social media?
That's right.
Yeah.
And the kids are massively, they're depressed, and they're committing suicide. Mm-hmm. And they're shooting each other, and the way to open their hearts, the way to reach them through a curriculum that goes to now 22,000 schools is to introduce music and inspiration. And you
respect.
Hear, don't laugh at me, don't call me names.
Love that song.
Don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's eyes, we're all the same. Someday we'll all have perfect wings. Don't laugh at me, I'm fat, I'm thin, I'm short, I'm tall, I'm deaf, I'm blind. Hey, aren't we all? This is the theme song of Operation Respect.
That's right, don't laugh at me. And I've had my daughter, who's gone through the curriculum, actually sing the song to me. So, see, all right.
But this is a new era in this because what we have there is Paul. And
now Paul, you have to tell me about this. It's part of a program that's honoring Operation Respect. And it's the name of the play is Weaker People, A Dangerous Notion. Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
Well, we debated a long time about what we should call this work. And we were all sitting around, myself with my other two co-executive directors who I work very closely with, Nico Franklin and Molly Blau. And we thought, what is a title that will really get people invested in talking and asking questions? And we came to the conclusion that the idea of weaker people, that someone is less than you, that someone is at a level that's beneath you, that someone is weaker than you in any way, really is a dangerous notion. What that does is it sets us up as a society to build walls between each other and say, well, because you think something different, or because you are a different way than I am, or have different values than you're somehow subservient.
All right, because I want to get a chance to also hear Peter sing again. I know this is going to be at the Stephen Sondheim Theater on March 19th.
Musical, by the way.
It's a musical. It is. It's a musical, but it's called An Unapologetic Look into the Epidemic of Bullying and Cyberbullying. Why unapologetic? Is it tough?
It is. It's a tough piece, and I think that as adults, sometimes we don't want to face the realities that students and kids are dealing with in their day-to-day lives, and we censor that because somehow it makes us more comfortable. We think that if we don't put it out there, that the kids won't catch on, and then they won't say that.
Can kids go see this?
I would say older kids.
Okay,
it's certainly not appropriate. Yes, certainly younger than that, and at of course parental discretion. But it's unapologetic because we have to face what's going on in order to address it, and we have to deal with that reality.
All right. it's important because you're raising awareness about the bullying as well as raising money and funds for the program, because
Yeah,
the program
but
is
the
important.
The musical, after the Broadway, this one night of Broadway,
Right.
is going to be a student production that'll go all over the country.
Oh, that's gonna be
so
great.
when you go there, it's like saying, I can do something by buying this ticket to stop the bullying.
Boy, and getting kids involved always changes the game too, especially when it comes to them participating and also doing it through music. Once again, the benefit is going to be on March 19th, the Stephen Sondheim Theater on Broadway in New York. I'll have all the information and the websites on my Facebook page. We'll also have all the information and the websites on news12.com. Just click on numbers and links. In the meantime, I want to hear some music, so I throw it back to my two friends.
Puff the Magic Dragon was glad to be with the Tyrrell show. He said, I'm on Long Island,
Yes.
and that's the place to go.
Thank you.
She's got a 6-year-old and she doesn't want her bullied.
No.
And none of us parents do, and grandparents.
And grandparents?
So if you come to see this show, you can do something too. Everybody sing, Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Oh, Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the